Another point which has come to my mind is, which is very, very prevalent everywhere, is pacifiers. And there's always a debate on that. ठीक है कि नहीं है?
So, no. Absolute no to pacifiers. Absolute no to bottle feedings also as such.
Okay.
See, a pacifier does cause a nipple confusion. You breastfeed your child, you don't nipple feed your child. And when you breastfeed your child, it's the areola that the child's catching. That's the training that we do it.
Right.
So with a pacifier, the child's movements are only on the nipple. The child is constantly, the buccal cavity or the mouth is only pressing that nipple surface. So the confusion with the breast is very likely to happen. A child who's enjoying the nipple, be it a pacifier or a bottle, is then you're going to face difficulties with lactation because the child doesn't want your breast later on. Because when on the breast, it's a full buccal cavity movement. All your muscles are in use, so it pains after 4-5 sucks. It pains to the child when the child takes a break. While in a nipple, that doesn't happen. One, a pacifier does cause a lot of dental malformations, a lot of ear infections, a lot of gut infections, a lot of respiratory tract infections. There's a hygiene part is also there. So all of this also adds on to and no matter how much sterilizers and all the gadgets and everything that we are into, but we are an infectious prone country. We are in India, and it is should be avoided for the necessary reasons.
You said, especially in India. You mean outside India, it's okay to use pacifier?
Again, no. The nipple confusions are there.
Confusion. Which is a bigger matter.
Which is also a very big matter. And yes, infections can come everywhere. However, certain times and certain things in the Western world function differently.
Right.
That's where, they have a different way of functioning, and we'll always come back to roots. So a child in Bombay and a child maybe in Delhi or in
a village.
Or maybe in a southern state of India is going to grow as per that particular state and culture and custom and tradition. So when we come down there, it has to be whatever the child's home environment is, you come down to the basic of that and keep it natural and normal and simple.
So the question coming to mind, why do parents turn to तो जरूरत कहाँ से आती है कि pacifier लाया जाता है और उनको दिया जाता है? Where is that coming from?
So in today's world and the urban sector that we generally seeing, the mother's exhausted. The baby's not listening. That's what we commonly see. The baby's angry, the baby's not listening, whatever be the reason. Even a 4-monther is scrolling the reels and is more so on a lot of screen time in children. So what happens is, the mother has a lot of other activities to do. The regular household activities that she has to do, and maybe she doesn't have help, she's alone, and she puts a pacifier, and then at least the baby is calm, composed and quiet at the moment. There are also other instances where women to women, the use of a pacifier is spread, and the word of pacifiers is that, oh, my baby should have a certain type of a chewing toy or a pacifier, things like that, which we as doctors don't advise. And when the child's going to eat, the child's going to chew on to your carrots, the child's going to chew on to your boiled veggies. So those things are going to happen. So the food's going to be there. So the habit causing more so, and also sometimes, there's a separation. So a child and the mother are separated for a longer time. Working moms also that we see sometimes, like a 8-9 month child and the mother started back to work, which is fine. Also father for that matter, working parents. And the child doesn't have that secure attachment. So the child's not always with the parents, and when the child cries and when those things are going on in the child's emotions and feelings, and then maybe a pacifier is just a soother that, okay, the baby is not crying.
So basically it's a soother for the parent.
Yes,
for the child.
Correct. More so the soother for the parent. If a mother comes and tells me that, my baby's picking up everything, eating everything, or picking up, I think it's very normal. Every child who starts crawling picks up, eats, puts it in his mouth, his or her mouth, and it's normal to have that jaw movement, or to allow the growth is also very natural. And when your child starts having teeth, and when your child when that chewy needs come, you are introducing food. So it will surface to it. You don't really need to put in pacifiers there.
You know, आपसे बात करके मुझे एक चीज लग रहा है कि पेरेंट्स प्लीज लाइक अगेन ये वो शक्ति है जिसको वो भक्ति चाहिए है. अगर आपके पास टाइम है, सी लाइक अ प्रोजेक्ट, राइट? Suppose these are, I'm talking especially addressing to corporate people. Corporate in the sense that all working people, right? Like even in a working environment, when the growth is happening and you need to move a ladder up, there are a lot of things which are put on a back burner. Am I right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And there are times when you choose कि मेरे को ये ट्रांसफर चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए.
Correct.
ट्रांसफर में प्रमोशन मिल रहा है पर ये मेरी लिमिटेशन है तो मैं ये नहीं कर सकती. सेम वे प्लीज रियलाइज पेरेंटिंग के लिए एक टाइम फ्रेम चाहिए, स्पेशली फॉर न्यू बॉर्न्स. अगर वो टाइम फ्रेम मैनेज कर सकते हैं, प्लान अ प्रेगनेंसी. अगर आपके पास टाइम नहीं है तो प्लीज डू नॉट सूद योर सेल्फ विद पैसिफायर्स एंड ruin our life. Let's put it like that. Because आपसे बात करके I know we are going to take this forward now, coming to the mental health. Pacifier, I can clearly see, is part of a right? In a very small way.
It's always, yes, to sum it up to what you said, it's like we don't understand the language of the child. In a lot of time, in a lot of cases, like we as adults don't understand, but the child's feeling. When we talk of prior things like Garbh Sanskar or antenatal things that women are doing. Now postnatal, the child requires you. The child needs the parent. The child needs a family. The child needs that warmth, love, care.
Absolutely.
And siblings for that matter. And if not a sibling, then the parents or the grandparents. And a emotional safety, a physical availability, and a very warm environment for a secure attachment. And the child cannot adapt because the child doesn't know, and what normals we make is important. So maybe, you know, the emotional, physical availability, no matter working parents, one parent should be possibly available for the child. In the first 2 years of a child, maximum brain development is happening. So with due respect to all ambitious people, and we all here, we are all ambitious,
right?
But then that balance between work and your child should be established a little bit, so that you're not losing on both the spaces, and and also not feeling guilty, because a lot of parents then later on feel guilty when children come with temper tantrums, they throw food around, they bang their heads, they don't listen, and you know that cycle keeps adding on. So I think the first 2 years, when the child's absolute major chunk of brain development is happening, why not we also be available to the child as a family, as an adult, and be responsive on that part, because we've got a child. So when we've had a child, it's 100% responsibility to be there for the child.
And it's a kind of responsibility which is molding a human life.
Correct.
Right? It is building their values, their characters, everything. पर अगर आपने एग्जाम्पल पैसिफायर का, बच्चे बहुत बड़ी बात है कि आपने उसकी बेसिक क्रैंकीनेस तो नहीं देखी किस वजह से आ रही है, पर आपने उसको सूद कर दिया.
Correct.
Right? So we have not touched the problem.
Yes.
We have found a solution which can be a wrong solution.